Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 3rd, 2022 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangon Langayate Girim Sri Gurum Dhinatharinam Sri Chaitanya Meshuram Hari Om.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled. Today we will be continuing with the part 2 of the chapter entitled Ramananda Rai trains two Devadasis how to dance. Part 2. Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 5.15.
মিশ্রকে কিছুক্ষণ উপবেশন অর্থ প্রার্থনা। তুমি ইহা বসি রহ, ক্ষণেকে আসিবেন, তবে সেই আজ্ঞা দেহ সেই করিবেন।
Please sit here and wait for a few moments. As soon as he comes, he will execute whatever order you give him. So the servant informed like this to Pradyumna Mishra. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 5.16.
মিশ্রের প্রতীক্ষা। তবে প্রদ্যুম্ন মিশ্র তাহা রহিল বসিয়া, রামানন্দ নিবৃতে সেই দুইজন লইয়া।
While Pradyumna Mishra remained seated there, Ramananda Rai took the two girls to a solitary place. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 5.17.
আত্মারাম রামানন্দের সাক্ষাৎ শ্রী রাধার চিন্ময়ী সেবা। সহস্তে করেন তার অবঙ্গমর্দন, সহস্তে করান স্নান গাত্র সম্মার্জন।
Indeed, Ramananda Rai cleansed their entire bodies with his own hand.
সহস্তে পরাণ বস্ত্র সর্বাঙ্গমন্দন, তবু নির্বিকার রায় রামানন্দের মন।
Although he dressed the two young girls and decorated their bodies with his own hand, he remained unchanged. Such is the mind of Srila Ramananda Rai.
Normally, one would be affected by training two young girls. But here it is specifically mentioned that Ramananda Rai's mind was not at all affected.
But here it is specifically mentioned that Ramananda Rai's mind was not at all affected.
Because he was Atmaram, or self-satisfied spiritually.
Because he was Atmaram, or self-satisfied spiritually. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 5.19.
জড় ভোগ বিরক্ত বিদ্ধত সন্ন্যাসী শিরোমণি বিজিত সরবেগ শ্রী রামানন্দ গোস্বামীর স্বভাব। কাষ্ঠ পাষাণ স্পর্শে হয় জৈছে ভাব, তরুণী স্পর্শে রামানন্দের তৈছে স্বভাব।
While touching the young girls, he was like a person touching wood or stone, for his body and mind were unaffected.
Ramananda Rai was completely spiritual. He was not affected at all by the external situation.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 5.20.
স্বীয় অপাকৃত সিদ্ধ দেহে গুপী ভাবে রাগাত্মিক ভক্তি জাজি মহাভাগবত রায়ের নিজেশ্বরী শ্রী রাধার অপাকৃত চিৎবিলাস কৈঙ্কর্য। সেব্য বুদ্ধি আরোপিয়া করেন সেবন, স্বাভাবিক দাসী ভাব করেন আরোপণ।
Srila Ramananda Rai used to act in that way because he thought himself in his original position as a maid servant of the gopis. Thus, although externally he appeared to be a man, internally, in his original spiritual position, he considered himself a maid servant and considered the two girls gopis. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Ramananda Rai composed a drama named Jagannatha Vallabha Nataka, and he engaged two young girls who were professional dancers and singers to demonstrate the ideology of the drama. Such girls, who are called Devadasis, are still employed in the temple of Jagannatha, where they are called Maharis. Sri Ramananda Rai engaged two such girls, and because they were meant to play the parts of gopis, he taught them how to awaken thoughts like of the gopis. Because the gopis are worshipable personalities, Ramananda Rai, who considered the two girls gopis and himself their maidservant, engaged in their service by massaging their bodies with oil to cleanse them completely. Because Ramananda Rai always placed himself in the position of a maidservant of the gopis, his rehearsals with the girls was actually on the spiritual platform. Because there were no question of personal sense gratification when Sri Ramananda Rai was serving the girls, his mind was steady and his body untransformed. This is not to be imitated, nor such a mentality possible for anyone but Sri Ramananda Rai, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will explain. The example of Ramananda Rai is certainly unique. The author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita has given this description because in perfect devotional service one can attain such a position. Nevertheless, one must understand this subject very seriously and never attempt to imitate such activities.
Since Ramananda Rai was a gopi
Since Ramananda Rai was a gopi
and Krishna Lila,
in Krishna Leela,
he maintained that consciousness and training the young Devidasis.
so he maintained the consciousness in training the young Devidasis.
We cannot imitate Ramananda Rai.
So we could not imitate Ramananda Rai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila 5.21.
গৌর ভক্তের অচিন্ত মাহাত্ম, তন্মধ্যে শ্রী রায়ে ভাবপ্রেম ভক্তির অবধি বিদ্যমান। মহাপ্রভুর ভক্তগণের দুর্গম মহিমা, তাহে রামানন্দের ভাব ভক্তি প্রেম সীমা।
The greatness of the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exceedingly difficult to understand. Sri Ramananda Rai is unique among them all, for he showed how one can extend his ecstatic love to extreme limit.
Lord Chaitanya's associates are all very special.
Lord Chaitanya's associates are all very special.
They demonstrated different aspects of their love for Krishna.
They demonstrated different aspects of pure love to Krishna.
Among them, Ramananda Rai was very special.
Among them, Ramananda Rai was very special.
And he extended Krishna Prema to the limit.
What's that?
Therefore we can understand that Lord Chaitanya descended from the Alok Vrindavan with various transcendental associates.
Therefore, we can understand that Lord Chaitanya descended from Golok Vrindavan with various transcendental associates. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 5.22
শ্রী জগন্নাথ সম্মুখে স্বকৃত জগন্নাথ বল্লভ নাটকের অভিনয় অর্থ জগন্নাথ বল্লভ উদ্যানে অভিনয় শিক্ষাদান। তবে সেই দুইজনে নৃত্য শিখাইলা, গীতের গুড় অর্থ অভিনয় করাইলা।
Ramananda Rai directed the two girls how to dance and express the deep meaning of his songs through dramatic performances. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 5.23
সঞ্চারী সাত্ত্বিক স্থায়ী ভাবের লক্ষণ, মুখে নেত্রে অভিনয় করে প্রকটন।
He taught them how to express the symptoms of continuous, natural, and transitional ecstasies with the movements of their faces, their eyes, and the other parts of their bodies.
Having the Devi Dasi perform this natak, this drama,
Having these Devi Dasis to perform this natak drama
and express the transcendental emotions through their expressions,
and to express their transcendental emotions through their expressions
is something that Ramananda Rai alone could do.
is something that Ramananda Rai alone could do. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 5.24
ভাব প্রকটন লাস্য রায় যে শিখায়, জগন্নাথের আগে দুহে প্রকট দেখায়।
Through the feminine poses and dances they were taught by Ramananda Rai, the two girls precisely exhibited all these expressions of ecstasy before Lord Jagannath.
In the spiritual world, the gopis,
In the spiritual world, the gopis,
they have natural transcendental love and attraction for Lord Krishna,
they have natural transcendental love and attraction for Lord Krishna,
which Lord Krishna reciprocates.
which Krishna reciprocates.
So these things are displayed in the drama written by Ramananda Rai.
So these things are displayed in the drama written by Ramananda Rai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 5.25
ভোজন সম্পদানান্তে দেবদাসীদ্বয়কে অজ্ঞ অক্ষজ দ্রষ্টা সমালোচকের মঙ্গলার্থ গোপনে গৃহে প্রেরণ। তবে সেই দুইজনে প্রসাদ খাওয়াইলা, নিবৃতে দুহারে নিজ ঘরে পাঠাইলা।
Then Ramananda Rai fed the two girls sumptuous prasadam and sent them to their homes unexposed. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antyalila 5.26.
মহাভাগবত রায়ের সিদ্ধ দেহে নিজ ঈশ্বরীয় সেবাচেষ্টা তর্কপন্থী জীবের অক্ষযোগানে অগম্যা। প্রতিদিন রায় হইছে করায় সাধন, কোন জানে ক্ষুদ্র জীব কাহা তার মন।
Every day he trained the two Devadasis how to dance. Who among the small living entities, their minds always absorbed in material sense gratification, could understand the mentality of Sri Ramananda Rai? Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Ramananda Rai's service to the gopis for satisfaction of Krishna is purely an affair of the spiritual world. Unless one is fully situated in the spiritual atmosphere, the activities of Ramananda Rai are most difficult to understand.
So, in the material world, everyone thinks that the body,
So, in the material world, everyone thinks that they are the body,
and they try to enjoy sense gratification of the body.
and they try to enjoy sense gratification of the body.
This is called prayas.
This is called prayas.
But in the spiritual world, there's actually desire to satisfy Krishna.
But in the spiritual world, there is actually desire to satisfy Krishna.
And one does not desire his own satisfaction.
And one does not desire his own sense gratification.
But someone in the material world would not be able to understand this.
Someone in the material world would not be able to understand this.
This is something of the spiritual world.
This is something of the spiritual world. Thus ends the part 2 of the chapter entitled Ramananda Rai trains the two Devadasis how to dance, under the section How Pradyumna Mishra received instructions from Ramananda Rai.
But today is the Gita Jayanti day,
So today is the Gita Jayanti day,
the day that Krishna explained the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna.
the day that Krishna explained Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna.
Someone asked that usually the day appears on Ekadasi,
Someone asked, usually the day appears on Ekadasi.
how come Ekadasi is tomorrow?
How come the Ekadasi is tomorrow?
And then it was explained
And then it was explained
that today is Ekadasi,
that today is Ekadasi,
but due to some astrological deficiency, tomorrow is Mahadvadasi.
but due to some astrological deficiency, tomorrow is Mahadwadasi.
We observe the fast tomorrow.
So we would observe the fast tomorrow.
So I had an opportunity today because on the fast day, Prabhupada usually gives a class.
So I had the opportunity to take, usually on the fast day, Srila Prabhupada usually gives the class.
Since the fast day tomorrow,
So since the fast day is tomorrow,
I was able to give class today.
so I was able to give class today
That's Prabhupada's mercy.
by Srila Prabhupada's mercy.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.